Some of the people who participate in this sport were born into it.
I was born into a mustering family. My grandfather's a pipeman for the Hancock, and from birth, it's been kind of part of my tradition, my family tradition. And it began, I was actually baptized up in Damariscotta, Maine, in a hand-tub stream.
I have faint memories of riding the bus in a purple-covered suede car seat, which I think my grandmother used to not. She used to put up a fuss about it because there was some drinking going on the bus, so having a little 2-year-old in a car seat she didn't like, but I think it was good for me. But so that's how I got started. My grandfather did it. Bob Young, my dad did it.
One Saturday afternoon, I got invited to a muster, and that was in June of 1971, and been doing it ever since. Loved it, and a lot of my friends were doing it at the time, and I was 15 years old. And, you know, back in those days, 1971, we didn't have internet, we didn't have anything, so Saturday afternoons could be boring.
1988, I think I was 16 years old. I was at a house party with some friends, and an older guy, well, not older to us, he was probably 18 or 19. He said, "Come on, get in the truck, we got something to do." So 16 of us piled in the back of that pickup truck in Newburyport, Massachusetts, and drove to Connecticut.
We bought the T.W. Lane in Troy, New Hampshire in 1967. I was 12 years old and went with the guys to pick it up and have been mustering ever since.
I worked on the farm in the town of Newbury when I was in high school, and it was in Newbury, and the farmer was very much active in the association and going to musters, and he used to shut the farm down on Saturdays to take all the employees to the muster, and I never quit.
Others only recently got involved, but have formed strong bonds with their fellow crew members.
My brother and basically all his friends, they came over here. I didn't know anything about the hand tub. I was really young, and they're about 10 years older than me. And they were good friends. They were basically family growing up. They were my older brothers and sisters, and then all of a sudden my brother invited my mom and my dad to a muster, and I didn't go to that one. I think I was like 12. And then I think a couple months later was the Newbury muster. And that was my first muster. And
about 8 or 9 years ago, my oldest son, Brendan, wanted us to go to a muster, so we went to the one in Yarmouth, and it ended up being a one-shot deal for about a year, but then he came back and said that, they were a ragtag team and needed some help and knew that I was pretty good at organizing, and so here we are today. And
New York was awesome. That's where I met the love of my life, in Manhattan, when we went to Manhattan.
My first muster was actually, I saw behind a camera. I went and filmed because Alan McMillan, foreman of the Gary, he said, "Hey, I know I have this shoot going on this weekend. You want to come and check it out? I think you'd really like it." And I went, and I honestly never thought that I would have come this far in the community of mustering at that time. So it's really cool.